Chairman Lee, Mr. Quaid, you and the other witnesses here today have presented some very valuable testimony about the importance of digital trade and trade to American businesses and to our economy. And as I mentioned earlier in my opening statement, both Senator Klobuchar and I can attest to the numerous small businesses, in particular in Minnesota, that have shared that type of success story engaging in the digital economy. And it's great to have you here. And so, I'm curious, as members of Congress consider future legislation in this area, as we watch the administration negotiate future trade agreements that include digital trade provisions, I think it'd also be helpful for this committee to hear about some of the specific barriers. And you outlined the de minimis component to digital trade that companies like Relay Networks face. What are some of the challenges that your company has come across as you try to reach customers abroad, and how can we help you in overcoming these specific or similar barriers? Anything come to mind?
Congressman, it's not just the de minimis, but it's also the customs process as a whole. It's amazing how many times we have an international customer and the transaction seems seamless. I don't hear anything, days later, and all of a sudden, 2-3 weeks later, an international customer will call me up and say, well, where's my product? Well, now all of a sudden I have to get on the phone and call multiple different areas. Could be the shipping provider, could be customs, and spend hours trying to track down this product stuck somewhere in this process. And that includes, countries like the UK. I can cite a specific example just recently where, I must have spent 2-3 hours on the phone tracking down product, trying to find where it is. And this is, again, our partner in the UK. So in terms of barriers, it seems as though the whole processes just are slow. Products get lost. There's whole countries where we just rather assume not ship product to because we know that we're rolling the dice. One of those would be, Russia, for example. But it seems as though these processes are just a nightmare. And I know specifically businesses that are involved in digital trade that simply don't offer their products internationally because they simply don't want to deal with it. And that, quite frankly, I think hurts those companies because if they open these products up and we could simplify these, we can get this product that no longer has a market in the United States out of the United States and bring money back in.
So just follow up on it. So, essentially you're emphasizing how we need to be proactive in combating some of these existing barriers that exist to digital trade. So, just really quick, highlight what has this meant to Relay Networks? Digital trade has meant a lot to the success of your company and where you're going as a small business, the people you employ, but what has it meant to you?
Since I've come aboard, we've nearly doubled the size of our employees. We've doubled our warehouse space. We've completely redone our processes in the back room so we can be more efficient because we need to start handling this volume based on the demand. My phone blows up every single day with international customers wanting the stuff that no longer has a need here in our market. And that includes student-issued tablets. Americans, we don't necessarily, not a lot of us need an iPad 2. We want the latest and greatest. We want the iPad Air, right? But an iPad 2 in a Latin American country, this changes their life. Or network equipment that's come out of use at a major company. You put that in play in a school that hasn't had internet access before, changes lives. And the demand is there. The supply is our challenge. So we need more equipment that's been sitting around in IT closets because of this international demand. So we can bring that money again back into the United States. And so I can keep hiring more people so we can keep expanding our warehouse. It's extremely exciting. Every day I come to work, I talk to the owner of our company, Darren Ashcroft, is here with me today, and we're just so excited every day to come in and speak to new customers, the Netherlands, Chile, and et cetera. So it's a very exciting time, Congressman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator